You hear me? But they get right into the shit. Oh, come on. Face cam. All right, first fucking video today. America should be worried by Dylan Page. What are you talking about, man? What is he talking about, man? What is he talking about? Oh shit, I got the wrong camera. There you go.
Oh, since we last spoke, a lot of explaining to do, but we are in South Korea.
Alright.
Can't even concentrate.
There's a nice little for me
behind the
hotel. I
camera.
ain't gonna
You
lie.
look like a news anchor in your outfit.
Dead ass. I was like, he looks like a fucking businessman, salesman looking ass.
Shut up!
Oh.
We are filming our next documentary for you guys in Korea, but it is Saturday, meaning I have a news roundup to deliver, and this is for something else, alright? This is not Anchorman suit. So I think that we're going to deliver this news on the road. Alex, I hope that you're ready for some amazing transition.
What the fuck? What in the fuck is going on? It's getting loud.
Okay, this is our first location. This is a South Korean work business office financial district center of sorts.
Okay.
And today is actually a public holiday,
Looks nice,
so there's
though.
not really
This
that
building
many
is
people
fucking
around
sick,
in terms
bro.
of.
Like, why the fuck do you need that many small and bigger windows? Like, what the fuck? It looks cool.
Office workers, but let's start today off with talking about the England-Argentina game.
That shit was some
Because this is absolutely heartbreaking
fucking
news. The fact
shit.
that Argentina
Yes.
are in the final. Yes, that's even sadder than England losing. Now, I don't want to dwell on what actually happened in the game, but there is something very interesting that has happened now that the game is done. So FIFA are now investigating an incident where Argentina players, they held up a sign after the game, and they actually took the
that's
sign
what I'm
from some
saying.
of
Like,
the
they get
fans,
to
and
be
it read
racist,
that
but, like,
the Falkland Islands
what?
are
No.
Argentina's. Obviously, I didn't say that in English. That was the
what?
translation. Now, for those who don't know, the Falkland Islands, that's, you know, the islands that just off the coast of Argentina,
Falkland
and the British, they still, to this day, they say they're ours. Obviously, Argentina, they believe it's theirs. So there's been this big dispute over this land for a long time. There's been deadly, deadly wars over it. But the thing to remember is that FIFA, they don't want any political messaging at their matches. So it turns out that FIFA, they've decided to investigate this incident. And I guess the question is,
Los
what's going to happen?
Malvinas
Some
son
people say
Argentinas.
disqualify them. Obviously, they're not going to do that. It's Argentina. But they could face fines, and this has happened before. So Argentina in 2014 was fined about 36,000 for similar messaging on a banner after their win against Slovenia. Now, 36,000?
Yeah, that's like nothing, bro. 36,000, bro. Okay. Here, light work for
Not
fucking
really a meaningful amount.
a
That's kind
football
of even
federation,
less
bro.
than a slap on the
Holy
wrist.
shit.
So is anything really going to come of this? Probably not, but it's very interesting. In other parts of that match, Speed was there, and yet again, he was abused by Argentina fans. This time, it got a little bit physical.
That's what I'm
They started
saying,
throwing
like,
cups.
they get to be, for me, like, I think there was a fan that was racist at the last game to him or some shit like that, but like, and then don't shit happen to them,
and
bro.
this was at
like,
the point where
what?
Argentina were losing,
It's
and then
annoying.
everything turned around. Argentina started winning. They started throwing beer, and his security had to kind of like block him from everything. So, yeah, not
Wait,
ideal.
isn't that the fucking sign? Oh, what the?
Hey, yo, what
fuck?
And now it's the weekend.
Hey,
We've got the
what?
finals coming up, and let's go Spain. Am I right?
I guess
Transition.
so, yeah.
Oh, we
Spain
did
it
do
is,
transition. Alex, you could just be on transitions today. I'm out. All right, next location, and look at this place. We
nice
are in the
little-
Chongqing River,
little
right in
river.
South
Tell you
Korea,
shit.
and it
Nice
is
little
beautiful. There
river.
are birds, there are
Shit.
fish,
Fuck with that.
and there's our next story. So the U.S. military this week have just announced a pretty bizarre new policy. I don't think anyone was expecting. They are now making it mandatory to test soldiers' testosterone levels. They're thinking, you ain't man enough. So Pete Hegseth, he made
I
the
can see
announcement
that.
on X saying
See
that the
that.
goal is to ensure the troops have the right biological foundations required to sustain the fight.
I'm authorizing a new
To
screening
sustain
program
the
for
fight.
testosterone deficiency
Oh, okay.
for our service members, ensuring you have the right testosterone
Hey, yo, what
levels
the
to operate
fuck?
at your
Huh?
absolute best. Because it's well-established science
But
that
I-
as we age, testosterone levels often
That really matter though? Like, bro, don't they gotta like gain the, like testosterone her like by the time they're in the military, bro? Like, aren't you finna fucking train them and shit like that? Like, what?
Now, these tests will apparently be mandatory and will be added to the annual periodic health assessment for troops 30 and older. However, don't you worry under 30s, because if
Oh,
you think,
only 30
my
and
test
older.
is feeling a little bit low, apparently you can just request.
Yo,
it as
what's
well.
good?
I think the biggest
Heart
question that I
stuck in
had about
every
this
game.
is
What's
that,
good,
okay,
bro?
like, let's
Yo,
say
what's
your
good?
testosterone is low. What are they going to do? Shoot you up with tests? Well, that's exactly what they will do. They say if
Really?
a deficiency is found, service
Oh,
members
fuck.
can choose whether to pursue testosterone replacement therapy. And I reckon Alex
Yes,
probably
bro,
knows
I
this
just seen this
personally.
shit, bro.
I know he has a
4'6",
big, strong, beautiful
bro.
beard.
4'6".
But
That, like,
inside, he's got zero.
I don't even know
It's-
what I was
it's
watching,
that
bro. First half, I
gut
was like,
imbalance that he's got. In fact,
Holy.
I challenge
Francis
you, Alex,
cooked,
right
man.
now
Francis fucking
to a
cooked.
testosterone levels challenge.
I don't even know what happened second half.
Whoever
Second half
gets
was just
higher
crazy,
testosterone has to shave their beards. Deal. I think we actually should do that, hey?
You should too.
There you go. Madeline approved. And I think the place that we're at is so
What's the,
beautiful. We might as well do another story here. It is hot, however.
Can't see that.
I'm
I ain't
pretty
gonna
sure
lie.
I'm sweating on the back.
This is
right?
3 little dots.
Yeah.
It's
I
horrific.
don't know what that is.
Gosh. The things that we do for love. Okay, next story actually is a very interesting one, because speaking about the US, we're starting to see a huge shift in the way that the world views America. And I think we all saw this coming with the last couple of years,
TikTok
but
link.
now we actually have concrete
Oh.
data behind it, because a
Damn, I
new
can't
study
even
was
see
just
it,
published
bro.
by Pew Research Center. And if you know anything about Pew Research, it's very credible. And so they surveyed over 42,000 people across 36 different countries, and they asked them questions about how they viewed the US and its leaders versus other countries. And keep in mind, Pew
Yeah.
Research,
I don't know why I
it
wanna
is
show
an
it.
American company as well. Can you just double check that real quick?
Yeah.
Yep.
American-based think tank, Washington, D.C.
Nice. Yeah, and they're based in Washington, D.C. So after they looked at the results, it turns out that China is now viewed more positively than the U.S. in 25 of the 36 countries surveyed. And then in 22 of the
Oh, I can see
36
that, bro. I ain't
countries, they
gonna
say
lie.
that they
China's
view
been-
President Xi
They've been on some PR
more
shit, bro.
favorably
They've been on some
than
PR shit.
Trump.
I
So
ain't
here's the
gonna
full
cap.
list of the countries that they asked. It's pretty wide-ranging across all of the continents, obviously except Antarctica. We got Spain, Indonesia, Italy, Greece, and Canada. They were amongst the countries that saw the biggest swings towards
All are
China.
European
Alex,
countries,
in Canada. They
Yeah,
definitely
I
didn't
know, bro.
survey
USA is like,
Alex.
they got such bad PR, bro.
In fact, we tried to do a
USA
bungee jump
sucks.
off the tallest bridge in the world.
I wanna move to Europe,
with
I ain't gonna
Alex
lie.
for 1
Europe
million,
is way
but he
better.
refused
Way
because it
better.
was in China. So, yeah, that says a lot. It's just
Yeah,
says
that's
a
the
lot,
thing
a lot
about
about his low
China.
testosterone.
Should move to
I think.
Croatia. Croatia would be fire, bro.
And then some of the
I ain't gonna
countries
lie.
that still favored the
I heard,
US
like,
over China
yeah,
is
Croatia
Poland, the
is good.
Philippines,
I heard
South Korea,
Poland
which
is
I'm in
good.
right now, India,
I heard, like,
Japan, and guess who? Guess who? Israel. So make of
I heard
that
Germany's
what you
a nice
will.
little place
I
to live.
think that this is about a wrap here.
It has
Let me
the
show you a little
world's
bit about this place.
cleanest
This is
beaches
called
in the
Cheonggyecheong
world.
River. The cool thing about
Okay.
this is that this
I did not know
entire
that,
thing,
but shit,
it
I
used
might have
be
to go on a little
highway,
vacation
and
there
it
one
carried
day.
170,000 cars
Let me do a
per
little sky
day
mission.
for decades. And then they
Plus, we
said,
have strict
you know
immigration.
what? This big
Yeah,
ass
that's a good
highway
thing, bro. You
running
don't
right
want
through
no,
the
like,
middle of the city probably isn't the best
immigration shit
idea.
like
So what did they
Paris
do? They
and shit like
tore it
Paris is
away,
horrible.
and they
Oh my
replaced
God.
it with this
Paris, like,
beautiful
even though it's such a nice
natural
city,
stream. And now 66,000
like-
people walk here daily rather than a bunch of cars. So pretty cool. And if it's very hot, like as you can see it is right
This shit
now,
is good.
it's actually 2 degrees.
I don't
2
know.
to 6
China's a
degrees
little crazy
actually, to be
because
very
they're like-
accurate. Cooler down
do
here
anything
than
on
on the
the
roads.
fucking
And as you
social
can
media or
see,
some shit like that,
because it's sat
they're gonna, like,
underneath the roads up there,
kill
it kind
you
of
or
feels
some
like
shit, like,
we're in a little
what the
natural paradise down here.
Just acknowledge that old man
Only
using a
4
piece of
countries
grass
left.
as an
How
instrument.
strict
We use a piece of grass for our next transition.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I did not know
look at
that.
this
What
flat.
Actually,
It's
look
not
at
that
that,
hot.
bro.
All right,
What
ready?
countries got that shit, bro? Oh, you already got it. Oh shit! It's Poland, Romania, Serbia, Croatia, and Greece.
Ready, Alex?
Oh,
All right.
Okay,
From
it's
nature
fire, it's fire.
to that's going to be such a
Greece.
hard
I ain't gonna lie,
transition for
Greece would be
Alex.
cool,
From
too.
nature to office.
Isn't that where,
now
like, all
let's
the,
talk about this weekend because
Greek-
it is going to
Greek
be
mythology
the
shit be
end
happening
of the
or whatever?
World Cup, and I don't think a lot of people know about the prize money that these
Not
teams
Greece.
are actually going to get.
Oh,
Most of the time, I
shit,
just thought
what?
They were competing for other
Damn, never mind.
dignity. No, it's for that cash money. Yep. So this year, actually, FIFA have promised
Yeah, aren't
a
they giving up, like,
record-breaking prize pot,
a bill?
$871 million, which will be
God
distributed
damn,
across
holy.
not just the winners, but
meant Russia?
all of the teams. Now,
Russia.
no, this is
Oh, yeah,
one
I
of
could
those
see Russia
scenarios
doing
where
that.
everyone gets a fair share.
But
of
Russia,
the
nah, I don't want. I
participation
wouldn't
trophy.
want to
Well,
live in
actually,
Russia, bro. That's just like.
they do. But the winner
Oh,
gets
no,
the
bro.
most. Basically, the further
I'm finna
you
fucking
get,
die if I go to
the more
Russia.
money
I ain't gonna lie. What the
and
fuck?
this is actually
Ay,
a
ay.
50% increase from the prize pot that there was in the last World Cup 2022. So, the country in third place, which is either going to be England or
Russia's
France,
actually good
they are
too.
going to get $30 million.
Yeah.
Third place.
Aight,
Second place, runners up, which
Better
hopefully
than
will be
Croatian wages?
Argentina. They'll get
Really?
$34 million, and the
I
champions,
thought like Russian people, they just be like
51
shooting
million.
shit. Like they just
That's kind of
like,
crazy.
the videos
This
I seen on
actually goes
Instagram, bro,
all
they
the
just
way
like
down
shooting fucking
through every
guns in the
single
air.
team. Like if you finish
fucking doing some crazy
33rd
shit.
to 48th place, you're still getting $10
Highest
million. Can you
inflation
believe
rate.
that?
Damn.
$10 million. If you literally finished last place, if you
inflation's
went
been-
out and like you
that's
didn't
just
win
been
a
on
single
some
match, you're
fucking
still getting $10
bullshit
million
recently.
just for
Inflation's
getting into
cooking
the World
everybody.
Cup. I guess you
God
got to go through qualifiers and stuff, but still. Now, each football
Bro,
federation
inflation here
has
in
to
the US
decide
sucks.
independently how they want to split up that
Everything
prize
went
money.
from
Now, we
being
can't say for sure
$1
how each
to
of them have
shit.
structured this yet. However, for example,
Triple,
every England
quadruple,
player
10 times
would
the
have
price.
got
Holy
about
shit.
$500,000 each if they won the tournament. Now, obviously, they're not going to, but still, splitting that up, $30 million
Close,
is not
40%
bad.
more
Spain, on the other
food,
hand, they're a little bit
30%
more
more
generous
wages,
because each player may get
-20.
750,000
Houses,
euros,
yeah,
according to
houses
local reports, if they win.
The only thing that's got less are wages.
And Argentina, well, when they
Yeah,
won in
that's-
2022, they gave each
that's some
player
cash. It's supposed to be the opposite way.
$300,000.
Fuck.
So if this is 50%
Close.
higher than
Close,
that,
too.
then maybe they'll
Shit.
get about 600,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let me know your thoughts.
Is
in the comments.
groceries,
Moving on.
like, crazy
Moving on.
expensive or
Also,
nah?
this week, Alex, not
groceries
sure
out
if
here
you've
is
seen,
crazy
but
expensive.
Canada
Oh my
has
God,
turned orange. And no, it's not because the
Orange.
president is now Donald Trump because it's the
shit.
51st
That's just
state.
fire.
No,
Whoa.
it's due to fires. Yeah, so right
Whoa.
now in Canada,
Literally
they are
is
facing
fire. What the
absolutely
fuck?
huge wildfires. It does feel like this happens every year now. Now, this is specifically in Ontario, driven
Bread
by
is like
extreme heat,
$4
dry
here.
conditions, and strong wind.
Damn.
Now,
Yeah, it's
I don't
probably
want
around
to
the
jump
same,
the
like
gun by
$5.
saying, but every single year, they
40
keep on saying,
cents.
oh yeah,
Oh,
actually,
shit.
turns out due to arson. But we
God
have no idea
damn.
if
Nah, bro,
this
that
is
shit
the
used
case
to be
this
like
year.
$1.29,
So let's just
something like that.
talk
Now
about
it's
what we
like
know. There are currently around 185
$6.
active
The good one
wildfires
is like
across
$10.
the
I
provinces
ain't gonna
alone,
lie.
and that number
That
is being
shit is
growing every
expensive.
single day.
This could potentially overtake
40
us here.
cents,
This
bread.
is getting
I
a
would
little
love
scary.
it. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I would be
Holy
living
shit.
day to day on some regular shit.
Okay, y'all need to hurry up
Holy
here. Like,
fuck.
seriously, we're encased in flames now.
Now, these fires and the smoke from them, they've become so severe that Toronto's air quality
Do you
was
know
actually
about
ranked
Croatia?
the worst of any
not
major
too much,
city
bro. I ain't gonna
in
lie,
the
not too much.
entire
I do fuck
world.
with the
And on top of that,
Croatian
it's so
team,
bad that
though.
it's even been spreading
Modric's
into
one of my
northern
favorite
U.S.
players, for sure.
territory,
Modric.
worsening their air quality in places like
Don't they have a new
Pennsylvania,
player that just went to
New
Man
York,
City,
Connecticut,
Cool
Massachusetts,
76 or
and
something?
Maine.
I don't
And
know
if
how to
it's
say
near
his name.
New
My
York,
bad.
then Alex, surely
like,
you're
I know
coughing
some
right
players
now,
from
huh?
Croatia.
And in fact, it's even spreading to the Midwest as well, with CNN reporting that 100
Guardiola.
million people's air quality
wait, no.
could be impacted.
I was thinking it's some little
from these
18-year-old guy that
fires.
just
A mandatory
signed,
evacuation
a
order has been put
defender.
in place
I
for
thought he was
multiple
Croatian.
communities in Canada, and most of them First Nation communities. Alex, we actually have an on-ground reporter for this story. You seeing any orange haze at all, or?
We have a young talent that plays for Spurs. He's 17.
Beautiful.
Oh, for real? What's his name? What's his name?
All good in Nova Scotia.
I haven't heard of him.
All right,
Already
transition
60
time. I
mil.
think.
Oh, shit. 60 mil. Luka Voskovic.
Okay.
I swear I heard that name.
Good transition. It
Nah,
is
yeah,
time
bro.
to wrap up
Guardiola.
the night with two
Yeah,
things.
look. This one I'm talking
Fire
about.
news. And secondly,
Kusanovic.
a
Oh my
tradition.
God.
We head over to
Kus-
one of their corner stores here
Kusana.
because in Korea,
Oh
they
my
have
God,
the
I am
best
so
corner
retarded.
stores.
Oh my God, bro.
It's kind of like
Holy
Family
shit.
Mart in Japan, but even more elite. So let's
Vuskovic,
go
I think
together
I heard
as
of
I tell you about the rapid fire news today.
Oh,
Firstly,
Uzbekistan. Oh, I'm
let's
talking about the
just
wrong
back a bit
person. What the
faster,
fuck?
cameraman. Did you know that they actually did something pretty cool this week? They discovered a new species of monkey. And we're not talking about Alex. That's
Oh,
a
this
whole
guy, he
set.
came from Brighton. Came from
But
Brighton.
this is special because this is only the 5th time they
This
have
guy.
discovered a new African monkey
been
species
good, I ain't gonna lie.
in 75 years, which is pretty interesting.
Why do they have Harry Kane?
And it
What
was
the fuck?
in the DR.
He's
Congo.
Harry Kane,
Now,
I guess.
locals
What the
call it
fuck?
Liquele.
What in the world?
Liquele, and I believe this is the only picture of it that it does exist.
Where's Harry Kane?
You do kind of see the resemblance to good old Alex. This is the corner store we're
Damn,
heading
February 24th.
Oh, GS25.
2007, bro.
You can't go
Holy
wrong.
shit, bro.
Also, other
That
thing
is
that
my
happened
year,
this
dude.
week, the
Holy.
White House teleprompter, right? The person that actually does
I'm gonna be
Trump
19
scripts, that
this week.
writes it out, they can see it all there. He is, actually we can get a little clip of this first. Wow, this is the first time we're doing news in a store like this. This is pretty cool.
I mean,
Anyway,
shit, he look
how
good,
about I
though.
go backwards?
Yeah, how about you
How
go
about
back?
this?
From
So
Brighton?
White House teleprompter.
Oh, no.
He has actually just made more than
Yeah.
$100K,
Brighton.
$100,000 betting
Okay.
on Trump speeches.
It's fire.
These prediction
Premier
markets are
League player?
getting out of hand. This is insane.
I feel like this is really hard for your brain.
No, it's not. This is easy. So, as I just no, this is alcohol. We do not
On YouTube,
promote
search
alcohol on this
10
channel.
things
Bad, Alex. Blur that out. Anyway, this Trump teleprompter guy.
I'll
he's
make you
been
go
with
to
Trump
Croatia?
since the beginning, since his first term.
All right, bet then,
And
bro.
so now he's
This
just
video
been
is almost
running
over.
these.
I got you, I got
these
you.
bets.
We'll look
I
that
don't
up
know,
right
I'm
now.
assuming he's gonna get
10
fired.
things
but
Croatia
pretty
does
crazy. Anyway, let
better
me show you
than
what we're
anyone
getting. One thing that you've got to try when you're here is these. You get a whole packet. You get some.
I guess
ice
he's in
and it's
North
like
Korea right
boiling
now,
throughout the
or
day.
like
I'm not going to do it
South
right now.
Korea
It's a
or
little bit
something?
late for coffee.
One of the-
Get one of
or-
these.
I
Get
don't
one
know.
of these.
China. I
It's
don't know, one of them.
just a cup of ice. Put them together. Iced
he's in Korea,
hazelnut,
though.
dark and sweet, green and creamy, sweet and milky. You've got all sorts. My first item, it's just a protein shake. Also this week, speaking about a country that we're about to go to next week, China, they just launched
Oh, no.
the world's...
I was about to say.
This is Maddie's idea. She said, go in and record there. It'll be so fun. There'll be so much room. You won't have any issues.
It's a nice little corner.
It's alright. It's a little
Trying to tell
nice
you guys
store.
the news.
For,
So this week
in
in
Korean
China,
store.
they've launched the world's
What
first
the
humanoid
fuck?
MMA league in Shenzhen. Now Alex is showing you
What?
somewhere
They got fucking,
in this
what's that
convenience
one thing?
store
Real
the
Steel or
visuals
something
of
like
this, and it is absolutely
fuck?
insane. And happens to be Shenzhen. We're going to be going next week. So if
Yo,
Maddie can find
he
out
kicked his
if we
fucking
can
head
go
off,
to one
bro.
of these, we're going to be reporting it live because a lot of people in the comments were saying there's no chance. This is AI.
Damn, China's
I will prove
copying
to you
us.
live reporting that this is
For
not
real?
AI. Apparently 32 teams
Y'all
participated
got
in
some
the first ever
robot league?
official robot fight night. So it's literally like you ever seen
Yeah,
Real
Real
Steel?
Steel. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Real
Really?
Steel. That shit, bro.
They'll know Real
I've
That's
Steel.
the real life version,
It's
bro. What the
epic.
fuck?
It's like fighting robots.
Oh.
Anyway, it's very cool. So we basically
Japan
got
did
that
it
now.
first, then we.
I'll show you next week.
shit.
It's real. Now let's continue shopping.
Oh, I did not know that. That's crazy. Yo, so y'all got Korea like
We got lots of
Croatian robot companies and shit like that.
Cinnabon.
I would want
Cinnabon flavored Oreos. You're coming home with me. Want to get two?
Yeah.
That should be
All
sick,
right
bro.
then. We get the Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
Talking about
So
some-
Maddie wanted to show
Hey,
you her cheese
give me
discovery.
a soda.
So-
You know what?
Look at this. You think, oh, amazing. Wow.
This bit-
Shortcake. No.
They got like 3 minutes left,
Cheese.
4 minutes left.
Cheese flavored, whatever that is.
I don't know why they're in the
When it
store
looks
though.
like a nice biscuit.
We've got one more item
Should
to
be
pick
about
up,
the
and it's
news,
the item
bro.
that we've been getting
Not about the
constantly
store.
since we've
What
been
the
here.
fuck? Like, why are we in the store?
Okay, we have come out with the goodies. The one thing that I do want to try before we get to our next story is these Oreos. Let's find a place to sit.
I'm skipping this part. I ain't gonna lie.
Access, actually. Trump's posts, which are known as truths, actually, to traders who can get first access so they can trade it on the markets. This is like new levels of figuring out to monetize things that I've never even seen before. So the BBC report that the company behind Truth Social hopes it will create a steady new source of money for the firm, which is losing money. It's not in the profits. They say that because Trump's social media posts often cause global markets to swing, especially when he speaks about trade and tariffs, even a delay of seconds of them not seeing this post can be costly. That is until August
Really?
the 1st, when
Nah,
they will
deadass
have
though.
access to actually
Stock market
buy
be moving
these
like a
posts.
motherfucker.
So
That
currently
shit'll
they
be
can just skim them and they have to
up
monitor
1 second
the app.
and down
Now
fucking
they can be directly
$3 billion the
sent
next
to
second. Holy
paying
shit.
clients. So they see it first and then they can just make money off of it, I guess. I guess they pay for access to make more money off of it. Pretty crazy.
Really?
Transition.
So it's like insider info, bro.
Boom. Wham.
What
That's
a
it.
transition that was. All right. Final story of the day.
Okay, final one.
God,
Let's
we're
see
really
that.
doing this from eyes open to eyes closed. Well, you know that diarrhea outbreak? God, this is the wrong story for the evening. No, you know the parasite that has been spreading across the US that causes, quote, explosive, and they love to use that word, explosive.
Explosive diarrhea.
Diarrhea?
From fucking Taco Bell. What the fuck? Yo, no.
Not only has it ballooned to over 7,000 cases that are currently under investigation,
Really?
but CNN now report that shredded iceberg lettuce supplied
Taco
by
Bell lettuce
Taylor's
is making
Farm
everybody
and
shitty, bro?
sold
What the
at some
fuck?
Taco Bell
Nah, what?
restaurants has been linked to this multi-state outbreak. Lettuce from Taco Bell. I feel
I'm
bad
definitely not eating
for
no goddamn
whoever
Taco
has
Bell,
copped
bro.
this, because
Oh,
you
that.
have made it through so much in life, and then you get taken out by a freaking parasite at
From
Taco,
Taco
Bell,
Bell, for
through
real.
lettuce.
Holy shit.
Active ingredient from our supplier is being indefinitely removed from our supply chain nationwide and will be replaced in 24 hours. Jeez, they move fast. Anyway, that's it for
Well, I
the
hope
night.
so.
I will see you in the morning. Transition. Whoo, whoop-ah.
Okay,
That's high.
that's it. All right then. That was that video. America should be worried. All right then. Let's see this one.